Didn't see you there. Doc, wake up, they're back.
Hey guys, welcome back.
Are you constantly waking up in pain?
Do you have trouble falling asleep? Is your sleep schedule erratic? My name's Dr. Grayson.
I'm Dr. Lanzano. Welcome to another segment of Get Off My Nerves, and today we're going to be talking about sleep. Alright, so sleep is very important for the human body, especially the brain. Our brains are constantly working throughout the day. We're constantly thinking, we're constantly doing things all over throughout the day. So sleep, it's very important for the brain. It's time to just relax and not think about anything, and it's really time for your brain to heal. It's also if you're physically active, sleep is very important for muscle repair and body repair. You know, you're sore when you're working out. That's your time, your body's time to repair itself. Rule of thumb is you generally want to get 8 to 9 hours of sleep every night.
That's right, Doc, and sleep is very important, like you said, for repair and regrowth and regeneration, but it's also very important for prevention. It can help with help regulate your metabolism and prevent excess weight gain. It can also help prevent a lot of other chronic illnesses that we see in our country.
Right.
Alright, now we're going to talk about sleeping positions and proper posture while sleeping. We're going to show on the stomach, on the side, and on the back as well. We'll show the correct position to put the pillow for proper stabilization. The first position on your stomach, this is actually a position you want to avoid. Sleeping on your stomach is the worst possible situation. As you can see here, his neck is turned all the way over. And it's not that we can't turn our heads, but when you're in this position for long periods of time, 6 to 8 hours like we said recommended, we're putting a lot of stress on the muscles in his neck, turn that way, also on the joints. Long term, if you sleep like this for years, it could cause issues with the curvature of your spine. It could cause further degeneration. So essentially you want to avoid this position. Sleeping patterns can be hard, but for the best position and for the best sleep, you want to either be on your side or on your back with the correct pillow stabilization. We'll show that next. Alright, so this is position number 2, sleeping on your back. This is acceptable and it's a common position. What we're going to look at here is for his straight posture down the table, and then we're going to look at where you put the pillows for support. So a lot of people will sleep with a big pillow or more than one pillow, and that's where I'm going to say we want to recommend just one pillow so that you get good support but that you don't have his head up into too much flexion. Again, if you have your head held in a position long term, it can cause negative effects. And you want to see too with the pillow, you want the edge just below the curve of his neck. You don't want, if you scoot up for a little, you get too much here, we still get some of that increased posture. So we want to slide it so that the edge is right into the curvature, the support is right behind the head, and the curve of his spine is pretty straight. If you're laying on your back and if you happen to have any low back or hip issues, you can also support the low back by putting a pillow under your legs. Again, right here, just make sure it's even on both sides, and this just takes pressure off of your hips, your pelvis, your low back, and it can give you some relief while laying on your back.
Alright, so the next position we're going to talk about is the sideline position. If you look at Dr. Grayson here, his body's all contorted, his torso is rotated to the left, his neck is tilted downward, which is going to cause adverse effects in the spine. So generally, the correct way is what you want to do is, you want to be neutral, okay? Also, put a pillow underneath your head, and put your head down. And what you want to see is, you want to make sure his head is leveled with the spine. So, if he even did, stack his shoulders like this, you can still see his head is tilted down. Doc, lift up a little bit. And back down. So you want that head to be completely neutral, especially when laying on your side. Generally, if you can get one pillow, that's what you want, but because these pillows are small, we're going to put 2 underneath to give him that posture support. Also, if you're having low back pain, same scenario as if you're laying on your back. I'm just going to remove this pillow really quick, Doc, just so we can show them. If you're having issues with your low back, what you can do is you can put a pillow in between your leg, and that's going to cause the pressure to come off of your low back to help give you some support. So again, we also want to make sure is the mattress biomechanics that you have. You don't want to have it too soft of a mattress, because what's going to happen is cause your torso to dip into the bed, and it'll cause your shoulders to dip into the bed, and your body's going to be contorted. You want to get a medium to firm mattress, because you can see you want to have a level playing field throughout the whole side of your body. And that's generally what you want with the sideline position. So having the proper pillow is also very important. Tempur-Pedic makes a great pillow, but also what I recommend, and Doc recommends, is having a cervical pillow. What it is it has a dip in the middle of it, and it's going to have an edge on the outer end. So when you're laying your head, whether it's you're on your side or on your back, you're always going to have that curvature that you need in your neck and the neutral position, so it's going to avoid having a contorted position to avoid further degeneration or damage. So if you are having difficulty sleeping, there are some things you can do throughout the day that will help you get better sleep at night. For example, exercise and activity it's very important. It's going to help you sleep at night. The more active you are, the more energy you're going to use throughout the day, the more rest your body's going to need at nighttime. Also, another thing you can do is try to avoid caffeine, especially later throughout the day. I know some people can't avoid their cups of coffee in the morning, which I understand, but if you can avoid caffeine like sodas, energy drinks, coffee later throughout the day, probably after 5 o'clock, I would say even after 3, that'll also help you be able to sleep better at night as well.
Besides intake, there are some other things that would be beneficial as well, and that's kind of just overall winding down, letting your body know that it's time to go to bed. Avoid your screen time, stop watching TV in your bedroom. If you are watching TV, try to shut it off an hour before you want to go to bed. Let the body know that it's time. Start slowing things down. If you need to use your phone before bed, checking emails depending on your job, just make sure you're switching it off of the blue light. At night, the blue light can actually trick your body to make it seem that it's daytime, and then you have trouble falling asleep after that. Aside from technology being an issue, you can also look into some other just healthy activities that you can get into, whether it be deep breathing, meditation, reading a book instead of watching a movie, stretching, anything like that that you can help promote the parasympathetics and make your body tired, let it know that it's time, and then build a routine. It would be important as well. So try to do the same thing every night when you go to bed. Try to fall asleep at the same time, and over time your circadian rhythm will respond.
Hey, thanks for tuning in to another segment of Get Off My Nerves. I'm Dr. Lanzano. It's been a long day. I'm going back to sleep.
My name is Dr. Grayson. Thanks again for tuning in. Check us out next week.